Okay, good morning, everyone. So today we're going to conduct the credit conference for the 13 projects. Then second the different project. So 12 projects. We have 2025 projects for the decade and 9 projects for 2026. So before proceeding, let's have our secretariat for the attendance.
Good morning, our attendants. Another Lakma, Bachelor person, presiding. Julius Soledad, Bachelor person, member. Marisol Pagaran, present. And Brendan. We have 3 members present out of 5. Then Maria Cecilia Cedro, head, DPWH. Members, Alaying, Daniel Oyarte, and Rosbert Sabla.
Present.
Junior Storey, Pilar Head of Secretariat, Alegria Guzman, Secretariat. We have also here our programmers, Aijan Punyaberos, engineers from PDF. Then Rex Galinsuba, Mark Vincent Guzman, Eunice Picasanos, and Julius Pradas,
Present.
Chris Taro.
Present.
Okay, that's all. Good morning, Marcel.
Okay, thank you. So we have the presence of our PWG, Secretariat, and the back. We also have our preparer from the planning, and also server. I mean, the travelers and viewers. So do you have any viewer from our online stream? Recorded recorded online. Okay, so for the back we have 4 out of 5, so we are in forum. We can also see with our private conference presentation of, let's start with the project contract ID 26N8008. Construction completion of multi-purpose building, Municipal Hall, Barangay Magobawok, Bayabas, Surigao del Sur. The ABC is 24,746,743 pesos and 89 centavos. Planning, we made presentation.
Good morning once again. For the first project, we have the construction completion of multi-purpose building Municipal Hall, Barangay Magobawok, Bayabas, Surigao del Sur. Contract ID number 26NH0008. Bidding date December 23, 2025. Appropriation 24,996,711. The ABC 24,746,743 and 89 centavos. Location Barangay Magobawok, Bayabas, Surigao del Sur. Project scope completion of 2-story Municipal Hall building. Project duration 360 calendar days. Scope of works. General requirements 1.45%. Earthworks 0.18%. Plain and reinforced concrete works 8.18%. Finishings and other civil work 59.78%. Plumbing works 5.02%. Electrical works 16.50%. Mechanical works 8.52%. Auxiliary works 0.36%, for a total of 100%. For Part A, general requirements. Part B, earthworks. Part C, plain and reinforced concrete work. Part D, finishing and other civil works. The item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. Continuation for Part D, finishings and other civil works. The item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. Continuation for Part D, finishings and other civil works. The item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. For Part E, plumbing works, and Part F, electrical works, the item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. And for Part G, mechanical works, Part H, auxiliary works, the item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. For the project billboard, we have 1 unit 4x8 DPWH tarpaulin and 1 unit 8x8 POA tarpaulin. For the occupational safety and health program, we have 1 health personnel full-time, and the equipment description, unit, and quantity are being shown. The minimum equipment requirement, we have 1 plate compactor, 1 concrete vibrator, 1 bagger mixer, 1 dump truck, and 1 jackhammer. And for the plans, for the architectural plan,
Lord. Lord.
Economy, PX. Yeah. It is the first. Dapat
Ano?
man.
for the architectural plans, we have the perspective, location plan, vicinity map, and location. The ground floor plan, second floor plan, and roof deck floor plan. The front elevation and rear elevation. The left side elevation and right side elevation. The cross section to AA and longitudinal section to BB. The schedule of doors and windows. A reflected ceiling plan for ground floor and second floor, and also the roof deck. The roof plan and detailed plan of metal cladding. Detailed plan of metal cladding. Full cladding details. The plan for the ramp. And for the structural plans, we have the foundation plan, the footing schedule, the slab details, and tie beam details. The second floor framing plan and floor beam schedules. Stair details. Roof deck beam schedule and roof deck framing plan. roof deck slab plan, and steel deck specifications. The roof framing plan, and roof beam framing plan, and the fascia frame detail. Half truss detail, ridge girth detail, steel girth detail. The roof framing plan, detail of truss and front elevation details for the truss. Detail of truss and roof framing plan. Stair railing details. And for the plumbing plans, we have the water line layout plan for the ground floor, second floor, and roof deck. Storm drain line layout plan for ground floor, second floor, and roof deck. The sanitary line layout plan for ground floor and second floor. The isometric diagram for water line layout plan. Isometric for storm drain line layout. Isometric for sanitary line layout. Septic tank details, catch basin details, clean out and service tap connection details. Details for elevated tank. Cistern tank details. And for the electrical plans, we have the electrical lighting layout plan for ground floor and second floor. The power layout plan for ground floor and second floor. The ACCU power layout plan for ground floor and second floor. The schedule of loads. The riser diagram. And for the solar system connection, riser diagram. Next, for the mechanical plans, we have the F-dash layout plan for ground floor and second floor. The F-dash riser diagrams. And for the dry standpipe for fire sprinkler system layout plan for ground floor and second floor. The isometric diagram for fire sprinkler system layout plan. Detail of our department connection. Thank you.
Okay, can you explain the overall story? Okay. Kung ano mo may details ko, explain nila kung asan na area ang trabaho ko.
Okay. So, concept chip completion siya ang phase 1 is kuan na siya structural, may column beams slab sa second floor din. Ang supposedly may roof deck pero wala mapil sa phase 1. So nga ako magsugod sa completion, roof deck na slab, then masonry, painting and finishing. By human gid siya ang building chip. Then may sprinkler, may water tank, cistern, then may solar.
Any comment from the procurement? Correct.
From the trade pro, gravel fill quantity and septic tank to be deducted an item for excavation. That's all.
It is already corrected. For change, it is corrected. Any comment from the DPWH? No correction. So we will proceed to the next project. The next presenter is Indian
Rex, galing sugat, sir. Galing sugat.
Alinsuga. Isa yung pangalan sa kamu na lang pagla. Okay, please proceed for your presentation.
Good afternoon, so.
Mag-X ako ng diri. I-X na niyo. Ngayong di ba?
X na ba yan?
President.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Rex Argalinsuga from Planning Design Section. We have contract ID of 26 and 80009, project title, Construction of Road, Station 00 to Station 1 plus 023, Barangay Alegria, Marihatag, Surigao del Sur. Appropriation 24,532,712. EBC 24,287,384.88. Location Barangay Alegria, Marihatag, Surigao del Sur. Scope of works for Civil Works 1, construction of concrete road. We have facilities for the engineer 0.44%, general requirements 1.61%, earthworks 15.89%, sub-base and B scores 14.05%, surface scores 55.16%. For civil works 2, construction of drainage structure along road, we have drainage and slope protection structure 12.86%, total of 100%. Project length 1.3327 kilometers. Project scope for Civil Works 1, construction of concrete road, physical target 2.6654 lane kilometer. For CW2, construction of drainage structure along road, physical target 424.7 lineal meters. Contract duration 137 calendar days. Date of bidding December 23, 2025. For Civil Works 1, for Part A, facilities for engineer, Part B, general requirements, the item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. For facilities for the engineer, we have 1 unit field office bunkhouse type. For project billboard, we have 3 unit 4 feet by 8 feet tarpaulin for DPWH and 3 unit 8 feet by 8 feet tarpaulin for COA. Breakdown for project billboard. Breakdown for B.7, occupational safety and health. We have 1 safety practitioner and 1 health personnel. And B.8, traffic management, the materials, unit, and quantity are assumed. For Part C earthworks, the item number, description, unit, and quantity are assumed. Part D, sub-base and B scores, we have item 200, and Part A surface scores, we have 311. For civil works to construction of drainage structure along road, Part F, drainage and slope protection structure. The item number, unit, description, and quantity are assumed. For minimum equipment requirement, we have 4-unit dump truck, 1-unit water truck, 1-unit transit mixer, 1-unit backhoe, 1-unit motorized road grader, and 1-unit vibratory roller, and 1 joint sealer equipment machine. For sand and gravel at Caras-an River Quarry, average hauling distance 91.02 kilometers from project site. For item 200 and boulders at San Isidro River Quarry, average hauling distance 8.93 kilometers from project site. Typical road section with RCPC details. Typical road section with canal. For plan and profile, beginning at station 00 to end at station 1+1 for 1.7. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Engineer. Any comment from our procurement?
From our pre-pro, we have add 1-unit billboard for installation in the middle part of the project. Removal of trees, item number correction must be 1011. Verify the reason of removal of RCPC. Reflect on plan the existing RCPC in dotted or broken line to validate the removal and replacement. Then verify survey team if existing RCPC can still be reused and reinstalled. Indicate on plan the number of defective RCPC, possibly not all. That's it.
Yeah, yan Chief.
So, yun yung it is already corrected.
So, yes, Chief. And itong sa RCPC, amunin ibalik.
From the item. From the item.
Oh, Chief, yadi. 101. Then, ang sa billboard sa,
So, it is already corrected.
yes, Chief.
Okay, any comment from the DPWH?
Edi billboard.
So, since there is none, so we'll proceed to the next project. If you are represented by Engineer Sahay.
So, good morning everyone. For our next project, construction completion of multi-purpose building covered court, Barangay Beautiful City of Tandag, Surigao del Sur. Contract ID number 26NH0010 with bidding date at December 23, 2025. Appropriation of 4,449,328. ABC of 49342. Location at Barangay Beautiful City of Tandag, Surigao del Sur. Physical target of 1 unit. Scope is complete. Construction completion of multi-purpose building covered.
Excuse me, Engineer Sahay. Magkagawa mo investigation mo for this one.
Ibalik.
Patog niya po nagtungkas po, government.
I'm sorry, appropriation of Appropriation by 4,999,342. ABC is 4,949,348.58. Location at Barangay View to City of Tandang, Surigao del Sur. Physical target of 1 unit. Then project scope, construction completion of multi-purpose building covered for project duration 123 calendar days. Scope of work, general requirements 3.11%, earthworks 1.95%, plain and reinforced concrete work 18.04%, finishing and other civil works 63.21%, electrical works 3.18%, plumbing works 4.91%, and mechanical works 5.60% with a total of 100%. For the item number description, unit and quantity are shown. Part D, finishing and other civil works, quantity, unit, description, and are shown. Part B, continuation of Part D. Then Part E, electrical works, Part F, plumbing works, and Part G, mechanical works, item number, description, unit, and quantity are shown. For minimum equipment requirement, we have the dump truck with a capacity of 12 cards. B.51 project billboard, 1 unit of 4x8 DPWH tarpaulin and 1 unit of 8x8 COA tarpaulin. And for B.71 occupational safety and health program, provision of the following: 1 health personnel and 1 safety practitioner. The names and specification, unit, and quantity are shown. Plans, architectural plan, the prospective vicinity map, development, and the location of the floor plan, front elevation, doors and window schedule, and rear elevation, cross section through AA, and left side elevation, and right side elevation, longitudinal section through BB, detail of railings along bleacher, and detail of window grills, reflected ceiling layout plan, and typical detail of ceiling, canopy detail, lower detail, ramp detail, and detail section of ramp, roof plan, and for structural plan, structural foundation plan, column detail C2F1, column footing detail C3F2, and wall footing detail at stage, mid beam roof beam detail elevation, and stiffener column, wall footing detail WF2, and wall footing detail WF1, girth detail at bleacher, column footing detail C4F2, bleacher detail section, and roof framing plan, ridge detail elevation, girth detail elevation, full truss one detail, and connection detail of girth, fascia front frame detail, fascia side frame detail. For plumbing plan, you have the water line layout plan, storm drain and solid waste layout plan, water line isometric layout plan, storm drain and solid waste isometric layout plan. And septic vault detail section through AA and detail section through DB. Electrical plan, electrical lighting layout plan, and electrical power layout plan. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Engineer. Okay, thank you, Engineer Sahan. Any comment from our procurement?
From our pre-pro, we have railings used in program of works must be the same with plan. Edit plan must be GI 5, not stainless. Then reprint plan correction on location. Change in railing sizes on plan, follow the program of works. Fabricated door must not be incorporated in railings. Transfer to item for metal structures. That's all.
If it's already corrected,
Yes, Chair.
okay, since it's already corrected, any comment from our DWC? No comment?
No correction.
Okay, thank you. We'll proceed to the next project. It will be presented by Engineer Guzman.
Good morning. Morning once again. For the project 26NH0011, Caras-an Los Arcos Road, kilometer 1390 plus 00 to kilometer 1391 plus 542. The appropriation of this project is 34,510,936. The ABC is 33,820,717.28, located at Lianga, Surigao del Sur. The duration is 235 calendar days, and the scope of works, facilities for the engineer, 0.35%, other general requirements, 1.85%, earthworks, 2.72%, subbase and base course, 0.97%, surface course, 1.41%, and drainage and slope protection works, 92.69%, a total of 100%. The project scope is slope protection. Then the project total length is 264 meters. Then the date of bidding would be on December 23, 2025. For the Part A, facilities for the engineer, Part B, other general requirements, the item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. For Part C, earthworks, and Part D, subbase and base course, the item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown.
Sa condition mo pare, sa party mo, kung ako para sa inyo mo, wala nang makikita. Maka-approach ng mga dapat sa business.
Part D, sub-base course. The item number, description, unit, and quantity are shown. For the surface courses and Part G, sorry, the drainage and slope protection.
Mention part of mention. Part A and the last.
So for Part E, surface courses, and Part F, drainage and slope protection works, the item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. For the minimum equipment requirement, we have dump truck 1, vibro hammer 1, water truck 1, transit mixer 1, backhoe 1, motorized road grader 1, vibratory roller 1, and joint sealer machine or equipment 1, a total of 8 equipments. For the breakdown, the construction of field office for the engineer, we have 1 unit bunkhouse 7x7. Then project billboard, we have 2 each composed of 2 units for DPWH and 2 units for COA. Here is the project billboard. For the occupational safety and health program, we have 1 first aider and 1 safety practitioner. Both are full-time. Then the materials, for the safety and health program, we have the unit and quantity are as shown. For the traffic management, we have the materials for the traffic management. The unit and quantity are being shown. And note, the sign panel are metal sheet with 50 by 53 mm angle bar frame, not tarpaulin. For the quarry source, the sand and gravel at Caras-an River Quarry with a hauling distance of 140.44 kilometers from project site. Then the item 200 and the boulders at Hubo River Quarry with a distance of 32.41 kilometers from project site. So we have here the typical cross section showing the slope protection and the steel sheet pile with a preparation for widening and preparation for widening only with sub base. We also have the typical cross section for the box culvert and outlet RCBC outlet steps details. Next is we have the plan and profile showing the plan and profile of the road and the profile of the top of the coping. The beginning of the project is kilometer 1390 plus 836 and ending at kilometer 1391 plus 100. Thank you.
So, any changes from Wipro?
Comment from program, we have note in the item removal of guardrails that these guardrails should be turned over to the property unit of this district office.
Any comment ako?
None.
CW. Okay. So, thank you. So, there are no more questions for Payasan Los Santos. Contract ID 2016-80-011. We will now proceed to the next project 26 and 80013. Construction completion of multipurpose building Barangay Tago, Bayabas, Surigao del Sur. ABC 9,898,697 pesos and 16 centavos.
So for our next project, we have construction completion of multipurpose building Barangay Cabogo, Bayabas, Surigao del Sur. Contract ID number 26 NH0030. Bidding date December 23, 2025. Appropriation 9,998,684 pesos. ABC, we have 9,898,697.16 pesos. Location, Barangay Cabogo, Bayabas, Surigao del Sur. Number of buildings, 1 unit. Project scope, completion of multipurpose building covered court. Project duration, 193 calendar days. For scope of work, first, general requirements, we have 1.18%, earthworks 3.60%, plain and reinforced concrete work 21.86%, finishings and other civil works 65.07%, plumbing works 2.84%, electrical works 3.48%, and mechanical works 1.97% with a total of 100%. Item number, description, units, and quantities for Part A, Part B, and Part C are shown. Item number, description, units, and quantities for Part D are shown. Item number, description, units, and quantities for Part E, Part F, and Part G are shown. For the minimum equipment requirements, we have 1 plate compactor, 1 concrete vibrator, 1 bagger mixer, 1 dump truck, and 1 jackhammer. For the permits and clearances, we have BFP, zoning, master plumber, and PEE. For the project billboard, we have 1 unit 4x8 DPWH tarpaulin backed with marine plywood and 1 unit 8x8 COA tarpaulin backed with marine plywood. Next, for the occupational safety and health program, provision of the following: 1 health personnel and 1 safety practitioner. For the materials, we have the name and specification, units, and quantities are shown. Lord, unsa pag-view ng mga goal? Yan, i-go siya pag-view. O, yung dakan nga, dakan ako sa phone. Sa any edge. Bilis sa dakan. For plan, we have the perspective, the site development map, and the vicinity map. Next, the floor plan and the scope of work. First, replacement of floor slab with plain floor tapping and floor coating, slab thickness 150 mm thick. Provision of bleachers on both sides, complete with railings. Provision of ramp, complete with railings. Number 4, provision of dressing, storage, and comfort rooms, all equipped with doors and windows. Number 5, improvement of stage. Number 6, provision of ceiling on stage, left side bleacher, dressing room, storage room, and comfort rooms. Number 7, provision of plumbing works. Number 8, provision of electrical works. Number 9, provision of industrial floor fan. Note, refer to the floor plan labels for the other specified floor finishes. Next, the ramp detail and isometric ceiling detail and reflected ceiling plan. Front elevation, the right side elevation, the left side elevation, the rear elevation. We have the schedule of doors and windows and 10 mm thick glass wall detail. Longitudinal section AA. Longitudinal section CC. Cross section BB. Roof plan. Scope of work, replacement of corrugated roof and provision of the following corrugated roof on bleachers, stage, and additional span. Pre-painted GI gutter and GI flashing. Next, we have the foundation plan. Unhatched amayon and the existing. Next, the tie beam plan. Next, the roof beam plan. Next, we have the column footing detail, steel base plate detail, and footing tie beam detail elevation. Next, we have the roof beam and mid beam detail, the stiffener column detail, and the column footing details. Next, we have the footing column detail for C4 and F4, wall and stair footing details. Next, we have the arc beam detail elevation, ramp detail elevation, bench elevation detail, typical detail of stairs, and stair railing detail. Next, we have the left side bleacher detail section. The right side bleacher detail section, connection detail of girth, detail of railings along bleachers. Next, we have the roof framing plan. Scope of work, replacement of the following. C purlins with angular cleats, cross bracing with turnbuckles, sagrad, ridge and girths. Provision of the following. Trusses, C purlins with angular cleats, cross bracing, sagrad fascia frame with fascia cover, ridge and girth at bleachers and stage. Provision of the following reflective insulation. Number 3, repainting of existing full truss steel members and existing GI columns. Next, we have the full truss detail, girth detail, ridge detail, fascia front and rear frame detail, fascia side frame detail, and window grills detail. Next, we have the half truss one detail, fascia frame detail for bleachers. Next, we have the half truss detail 3 and 2, gusset plate detail. Next, we have truss to beam connection detail, fascia frame detail, girth details for left side bleacher. Next, for the plumbing, we have the sanitary layout plan, storm drainage layout plan, water line layout plan. Next, we have the septic vault detail and catch basin detail. For the electrical, we have the electrical lighting layout plan, electrical power layout plan. That would be all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Paliw ko pag sa ABC, ito, check niyo pa na ABC. 9, 8, 9,
697.16.
Pinili quality ang PBC sa program. So, ang kaniya, hindi mabuklit.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
I-fix tanan.
yes, ma'am.
So, sa atong kuan, previous, pre-pro,
Pre-pro, we have only one comment, verify item B.31 with other program of works for uniformity as to its unit cost.
DW. Corrected na?
Correct nito.
Permits.
Ito sa permits siya. Oh, amo na ito siya, ma'am.
So,
Wala na
as of
ma-change.
list, wala na ito yung bulletin. Amo na yun, mga na yung bulletin. So, other ito previous, may mga bulletin ito.
Wala.
Kaya pass. Pass and provision. So,
Next day mo yapon.
so, next, thank you. Thank you. Wala na yung pangutangan, sa online, wala yung nag-online.
Online.
Nine, pero wala ina.
Wala ito.
At pwede ka doon makatext siya. Okay. So, online viewers na just, text your questions sa chat sa mga concerns. Okay, so next, if there are no more questions, those are present. I will now proceed to the next project. 26 and 80014. Construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Hall, Barangay Bunga, Lanusa, Surigao del Sur. ABC 11,878,436 pesos, 79 centavos.
Okay, good morning once again. Our next project is construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Hall, Barangay Bunga, Lanus, Surigao del Sur. Contract ID of 26NH0014. Appropriation of 11,998,421 pesos. An ABC of 11,878,436.79 centavos. Location at Barangay Bunga, Lanusa, Surigao del Sur. And project duration of 217 calendar days. Number of building, 1 unit. Project scope, construction of 2-story multipurpose building. And bidding date at December 23, 2025. Works to be done. A, general requirements with 1.40%. B, earthworks 1.6%. C, plain and reinforced concrete works 16.02%. Part D, finishing and other civil works 63.19%. E, electrical works 2.7%. Part F, plumbing works 5.37%. G, mechanical works 9.18%, and H, auxiliary works with 0.65%, with a total of 100%. Breakdown for 3.51, project billboard signboard, 1 unit of 4x8 DPWH tarpaulin back with marine plywood, and 1 unit of 8x8 COA tarpaulin back with marine plywood. And B.71, occupational safety and health program. Provision of the following: 1 health personnel and 1 safety practitioner part-time. Name and specification, unit and quantity are shown. For item number, description, unit and quantity. For part A, general requirements. Part B, earthworks. And part C, plain and reinforced concrete works are shown. Item number, description, unit and quantity for part D. Finishing and other civil works are shown. The number, description, unit and quantity for part E. Plumbing works. Part F, electrical works. Part G, mechanical works, and Part H, auxiliary works are shown. For minimum equipment requirement, number, equipment description, capacity, and number of equipment are shown. For the plan, perspective, vicinity map, site development, and location map, ground floor plan and second floor plan, and front elevation and rear elevation, right side elevation and left side elevation, section through BB and section through AA, ground floor reflected ceiling plan, second floor reflected ceiling plan, and ceiling typical detail. Roof layout plan and canopy detail above the ramp, and schedules of doors and windows. Schedule of partition glass. Detail of PWD ramp. Detail of PWD toilet, and blow-up plan of stairs at lobby, and elevation of stairs at lobby. Detailed plan of metal cladding, aluminum composite material detail, side section 812 and side section 813. Aluminum composite material detail, and foundation plan and column and footing detail F1C1. Concrete pedestal detail C2F2 and concrete pedestal detail C3F3. And grade beam plan, wall footing detail F1 or WF1, wall footing detail WF2, and CHB on TB1 detail. Schedule of footing tie beam FTB. Schedule of second floor beams. Second floor framing plan. Stiffener column detail and typical section of beam. Schedule of concrete slabs and typical section of slab. Section through AA and section through BB. Roof beam plan. LB01 beam detail section. Schedule of roof beam and ledge detail. Roof framing plan. Steel base plate detail 1, steel base plate detail 3, and steel base plate detail 2. Half truss detail, C purlins detail, and steel girt 1, 2, 3 details, and girt 01 detail connection, girt 2 detail connection, and girt 3 detail connection, and fascia frame detail. Steel connection detail 2, and steel connection detail 1, spot detail, stair plan second floor, and stair plan at ground floor, and ground floor to second level stair connection detail. Fire exit stair ground floor, and fire exit stair second floor. Foundation plan of fire exit stair, and main steel framing fire exit stair. and far exceeds stair section detail and base plate connection detail. Ground floor waterline layout plan and second floor waterline layout plan. Waterline layout plan, isometric view. Ground floor sewer layout line layout plan. And second floor sewer line layout plan. Sewer line layout plan, isometric view. And ground floor storm drainage layout plan. And storm drainage layout plan. Storm drainage layout plan, isometric view. And septic vault 01 detail. Joint detail and septic vault 2 detail. Ground floor lighting layout plan. Second floor lighting layout plan. Electrical lighting layout plan, isometric view. Ground floor power layout plan and second floor power layout plan. Electrical power layout plan, isometric view. And ground floor ACU layout plan, second floor ACU layout plan. Electrical power layout plan, isometric view. Schedule of loads and design analysis and calculation. Voltage drop computation and short circuit analysis. And single line diagram. Next is ground floor fire alarm layout and second floor fire alarm layout. Schematic pressure diagram of automatic fire alarm system. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So from our pre-pro,
From our pre-pro, we have railings used in program of works must be the same with plan, edit the plan. That's all.
reflected na, corrected
Perfect.
sa ato BOQ. Wala yung correction. Okay, so wala yung ulitin ini sa yapas din nga po correction. Kaya, so, any more comment? Kung wala na, bakit taga-defend? Yun na ang saan na to.
Di ba yun na?
Lagi ka din mo.
Balik sa Windows.
Kasi mag-proceed lang tayo ato. Pag-abot na sa content, ako na ako. The next project, 26 and 80015, construction of circumferential road, 0 plus 00 to 1 plus 118.5, Barangay Bulhoon, San Miguel, Surigao del Sur. PBC, 19,233,645 pesos and 52 centavos. Wala na lang pwede pa auto ng tama. Okay,
Mistake out.
okay, proceed. Continue.
So good morning once again. I am Catherine Tiramal from Planning and Design Section. This project, 26 in H0015, construction of circumferential road, 0 plus 00 to 1 plus 118.50, Barangay Bulhoon, San Miguel, Surigao del Sur. So this presentation will briefly cover the project overview, cost and quantities, general requirements, equipment, material sources, and access road. So this project involved the construction of circumferential road located at Barangay Bulhoon, San Miguel, Surigao del Sur. So this project, the total project length is 1.1185 kilometer, equivalent to 2.2370 lane kilometer. So the contract duration is 199 calendar days, and the date of bidding is December 23, 2025. For the project financial information, so the approved operation budget for this project is 19,626,169, while the approved budget for the contract or ABC is 19,233,645.62. For the summary of cost distribution of this project, we have facilities for the engineer, 0.58%. Other general requirements, 1.17%. Earthworks, 3.53%. Sub-base and base course, 5.69%. Surface course, 63.85%. And drainage and slope protection structures, we have 25.17%, a total of 100%. So this reflects that the project is mainly road surfacing and drainage works. So this slide shows the summary of quantities for major work items as provided in the bill of quantities. So bidders are advised to carefully review the BOQ and technical specifications for detailed item descriptions and quantities. So this slide presents the other general requirements included in the project as provided in the bidding documents. So for B.5, project billboard or signboard, so under other general requirements, the contractor required to provide project signage, specifically 1 unit 4x8 tarpaulin for DPWH and 1 unit 8x8 tarpaulin for COA. So for item B.7 covers the occupational safety and health program, requiring compliance with the DOLI and the DPWH safety standards. And also B.8, the traffic management, which includes traffic control measures, signages, and personnel to ensure public safety during construction. So next is a continuation of the summary of quantities, highlighting additional work items included in the project scope. So next also is the summary of quantities and their descriptions. So for the minimum equipment requirement, showing you is the minimum equipment requirement. So we have 11 total of equipments. So for the materials, sand and gravel may be sourced from the Caras-an River Quarry with an average hauling distance of 98.5 kilometers from the project site. And for item 200, materials may be sourced from Bulhoon River Quarry with an average hauling distance of only 0.54 kilometers from the project site. So this slide shows the project site and the identified access roads labeled as road 1 to 6. So next, showing you is the typical section with RCPC details. Next is the typical section without shoulder and the typical section with shoulder. Also typical roadway section with canal right side and its details. So next is the plan and profile for road 1. From station 0 plus 00 to station 0 plus 415. The next is the plan and profile of road 2 from station 00 to station 155. So next is the plan and profile of road 3 from station 0 plus 00 to station 215. So next is the plan and profile of road 4 from station 0 plus 00 to station 210. So road 5 from station 00 to station 5, station 059.90. And lastly is the road plan and profile of road 6 from station 0 plus 00 to station 103. Showing you is the vicinity map of the project or project site. So that concludes my presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So, I hear from the Secretariat for the comments from Prof.
From our pre-pro, we have removed typical plan with shoulder on plan since it is not applicable. Then redesign grade to minimize volume of cut, maximize cut volume to use in areas needed to fill to eliminate item 1022. So
For the from the comments from the pre-pro, the typical section, so gi-include na nako siya ma'am kay sa road 5 kay may shoulder ang iyahang typical section. Then ang sa katong minimize the cut, so gi-minimize would na ko. So from pila to ka kuan murag 289 na lang ang iyang volume. Oh ma'am, gi-change na ako. Yes.
Okay. So ako, BOQ.
Sa BOQ marian ko an 1 city sa 3.4.
3.4.
Dapat 1.118.
3.4. 1 point?
1185 pesos.
1115.
Plus.
Ay, oo.
3 point.
Oo. Ano?
So, ang sakto is 1 or
Ito,
1185. 1185.
Okay.
1.1.
Okay, sa iyahaman length. Ay, dili, ti. Kuan man ni siya, ang kanamang good 1185. Ay. Sakto ba yan? Okay.
Ay, stating man.
Oo. Namang ba yung mga exception, ti? Check daw kita. Namang ba may mga exception? Oo, na mga road exception. So, murag ang total
So minus na yan.
sa pavement. Oo. Okay.
so okay na sa pag-list.
Wala na lang may exception.
Na siya sa plan. Diri Yan yung mga with exception, road 1, road 4.
Okay, so
Itang sa total net
Kuan lang sir ang
yan so almost 1118.
191
oh yeah.
sa duha ka 1.
So ikuan daw.
Ay mo pagto sa
So ang as published 1115.
1150 or 1158. 115.
1.1185 as published.
Ah.
I can explain. Ano yung tunay yung presentation sa
Sorry, okay.
Okay, okay that. Can you
Okay.
send to ma-publish?
Okay, okay. Sorry.
Ang detalye ni
Correct.
pero sa plan is sakto.
Okay, okay.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
any more comments? Questions? So, hearing none, let's now proceed to the next
Thank you.
project. Contract ID 26 NA 0016. Construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Tago, Tago Surigao del Sur, ABC 14,848,046 pesos at 73 centavos. Okay. Proceed now with your presentation.
Okay, good morning once again. The next project to be presented is has contract ID number of 26 and H0016. Construction of multi-purpose building, Barangay Camagong, Tago, Surigao del Sur. Bidding date is on December 23, 2025. Appropriation 14,998,027 pesos. ABC of 14,848,046.73. Location, Barangay Camagong, Tago, Surigao del Sur. Physical target, one number of building. Project scope, construction of covered court with bleachers and stage. Project duration is 253 calendar days. Scope of works, general requirements, 1.41%. Earthworks, 8.72%. Plain and reinforced concrete works, 23.20%. Finishings and other civil works, 61.36%. Plumbing works, 2.78%. Electrical works, 2.53% with a total of 100%. For Part A, general requirements. And for Part B, earthworks, the item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. For Part C, plain and reinforced concrete works, item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. For Part D, finishings and other civil works, item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. Continuation for Part D, finishings and other civil works. For Part D, finishings and other civil works, continuation. Part E, planning works. Part F, electrical works. The item number, description, unit, quantity are being shown. Project billboard, 1 unit 4x8 DPWH tarpaulin and 1 unit 8x8 COA tarpaulin. Both are backed with marine plywood. Occupational safety and health program provision the following: 1 safety officer part-time and 1 health personnel full-time. Name, specification, unit, and quantity are shown for the materials. Minimum equipment requirement: plate compactor 1 unit, concrete perforator 1 unit, 1 bagger mixer 1, dump truck 1, jackhammer 1 with a total of 5 number of equipments. For architectural plans, the perspective, vicinity map, vision map, site development plan are shown. Floor plan, front elevation,
Right side elevation. Rear elevation. Left side elevation. Cross section AA. Cross section BB. Schedule of doors and windows. Upper roof plan. Lower roof plan for features CRs. Structural plans, foundation plan. Typical footing details and column footing details C1 F1. Column footing details C2 F1 and steel base split details for column 2. Steel base split detail for column 3 and column footing detail C3 F2 and bleacher detail section. Grade beam plan. Grade beam schedule. Typical grade beam details. Typical wall to tie beam details and wall footing details are shown. Mid beam plan. Mid beam schedule and typical ductile moment frame beam detail. Roof beam plan. Roof beam schedules. Arc beam plan. Arc beam detail elevation and arc beam schedule. Upper roof framing plan. Ridge detail elevation, girth detail elevation, connection detail of girth 1 and full truss 1 detail. Girth connection to C1, ridge connection to arc beam, half truss to C1, fascia frame 1 detail and fascia frame 1A detail. Lower roof framing plan. Half truss 1 detail, girth 2 detail, fascia frame 2 detail, detail plan connection of purlin sagrad and cross bracings. Basketball steel, post board and ring detail. Planning plans, water line layout plan. Sanitary line layout. Electrical plans, electrical lighting layout plan. Electrical power layout plan. So thank you. That's all, ma'am. Thank you. Now.
And coverage rin mo 14 million mahuman, the whole building.
Mahuman, ma'am. Hindi nila mga pil, ma'am. Kuan, catch basins, storm drainage, o gutters.
It's up for
Close niya.
It is to
sabi, pasok out. Sige dapat kaya.
We have budgeted. Mayroon up yan, sir.
Okay.
kuan siya chief in February mesh aniya
Okay, any more from our?
From our pre-pro, we have increased depth of lintel beam for the bleacher. Then Duba for item 10 to 112, blocking reducer cost in materials. Then delete item floor topping, then specify dimension of wall angle on plan, preferably 38 mm by 38 mm by 1 mm.
tanan ma'am na kuan niya himo pa naman pero saan saya post ma'am lahi bali ito tanan na correction approved na igo na kanito
Ulitin kita. Sa tanong BOQ,
Sa Federation to bid, i-allocation dapat barangay Kamagong Tago. Ang na-post is barangay Magobawok Bayabas.
kung yun sa yung mga redit nila. Kaya
Pero okay man acceptable na ang pag-bulletin kahit sa ulis state.
Oo, itali sa kuan sa
With or each government.
so and then ang BOQ. Wala sa
Ibali mo man correction, print naman tapos approve na gani mo. Iko na kani isok. Bali wala na mga pas ng kay i-post pagdali. Ang program as is naman, as is. Ang karaan na. Pero ang kuan ito approve. O ito correction approve na iko ko na kani isok. Eh amoy itong giapas mo. Ibit ulit. Ito na sa
Ito na ano sa handbag check out.
dili yan na may post.
Dili lagi man kay basihan mo na to sa bagyo. Bago dapat pa.
tanan. Ang hindi nga ako ang sumibulitin.
Yan sa kanila mo.
Bago na ito na.
Sabi mo iba nila hindi daan mo ma-submit nila ang correct.
Okay. Hindi post lain sa pananaway.
Okay,
Present.
any changes for that project will be posted in our bulletin 7 days before the opening.
Ay ito approve. Di ako sinan.
Card kapito ka na tikat. Tapos one for post. Post na yan. Siya reset pa yan.
Dili mo juice. Yata siya ilan dito. Ay mo ang bulletin. Mobile bulletin.
It's renewal sa first day.
So, any more comment?
Same sa'yo.
Ito mag-bid ba na
Ito din.
Ang karaan.
Ang karaan.
Ilayin ni sana ko yung
Oh, pagsalita lang.
kahit sa
Ito may connection. Ito gigat mo rin po.
connection. Lagi tayo Kabal.
Diba, mo lang.
Wala na lang yung post.
Kuhanin mo ba?
Okay, questions for this project? We'll proceed to the next project. 26 NX 0017. Completion of multipurpose building covered court at Barangay Pong-on San Agustin, Surigao del Sur. The ABC is 4,949,348 pesos at 58 centavos. Okay, proceed na.
Next project has contract ID number of 26-0017, completion of multipurpose covered court at Barangay Pong-on San Agustin, Surigao del Sur. Bidding date, December 23, 2025. Appropriation, 4,999,432. ABC of 4,949,348.58. Location, Barangay Pong-on, San Agustin, Surigao del Sur. Physical target, one number of building. Project scope, additional one span, provision of stage, provision of pitcher at one side, electrical works, plumbing works, and repainting of existing structure. Project duration, 118 calendar days. Scope of works, general requirements, 1.93%, earthworks, 12.76%, plain and reinforced concrete works, 30.04%, finishings and other civil works, 58.08%, plumbing works, 2.30%, electrical works, 4.89%, with a total of 100%. Part A, general requirements. Part B, earthworks. Item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown.
Yeah.
For part C, plain and reinforced concrete works, item number, description, unit, and quantity are shown. For part D, finishings and other civil works, the item number, description, unit, quantity being shown. For continuation of part D, finishing another civil works, item number, description, unit, quantity being shown. Continuation of part D, finishing another civil works. And part E, plumbing works, part F, electrical works, item number, description, unit, quantity being shown. For project billboard, 1 unit 4x8 DPWH tarpaulin and 1 unit 8x8 COA tarpaulin. Both are wrapped with marine plywood. Occupational safety and health program. Provision of the following: 1 safety officer part-time and 1 health personnel full-time. Name and specification, unit and quantity are being shown. Minimum equipment requirement: plate compactor 1, concrete vibrator 1, 1 bagger mixer 1, dump truck 1, jackhammer 1. Total of 5 number of equipments. Architectural plan, perspective, vicinity map, and site development plan. Floor plan, front elevation, right side elevation, rear elevation, left side elevation, cross-section AA, cross-section BB, schedule of doors and windows and upper glass wall detail. Upper roof plan, lower roof plan, structural plans, foundation plan, typical footing details and column footing details C1 F1. Column footing details C2 F2 and steel base plate details for column 2. Steel base plate detail for column 3, column footing detail C3 F3, and picture detail section. Grade beam plan. Grade beam schedule and typical grade beam detail, typical wall to tie beam details, wall footing details, typical slab on field details, and section stair, typical stair on grade section detail. Mid beam plan, mid beams schedules, and typical ductile moment frame beam detail. Roof beam plan, roof beam schedule, and typical ductile moment frame detail. Arc beam plan, arc beam detail elevation, and arc beam schedule. Upper roof framing plan, lower roof framing plan, ridge detail elevation, girt 1 detail elevation, connection detail of girt 1, and full truss 1 detail. Half truss 1 detail, girt 2 detail, picture, ridge connection to arc beam, girt connection to C1, and detail connection of power lanes and sagran. Also the cross bracings. Basketball steel post board and ring detail. Planning plans, water line layout plan, and sanitary line layout. Septic tank detail, detail section. Electrical plans, electrical lighting layout plan, and electrical power layout plan. That's all, thank you.
Ay mo to make my correction.
Yes, Chip.
Ay na lokal.
Oh, yeah, Chip.
Water, parking water.
Bura, patud kami mapakunta na yung chip kung nga di ba dapit na linya or nga di. Sa suod, pasud. Okay na.
Okay, thank you. So to summarize your presentation, the project will be completed with only one side with Blitzer.
Yes, ma'am. One side
Okay,
picture,
I say
the stage is complete.
page,
No, ma'am.
our painting.
Ang albang ko rin tukuan, friendship is high ground. So, di na tinanggatan tukuan. Hindi ko ng picture.
Okay,
Pasada man siya,
hold on.
high ground.
Okay, so any more? And may I also remind us,
Rights na sino.
repro,
Repro, kuya. Specify dimension of all angle on plan, preferably 38 mm by 38 mm by 1 mm. Then provide cross-section plan of subgrads, then provide cross-section plan of cross bricks. That's it.
I-apply ko na ito, ma'am.
so corrected dito talaga as sa repro. Then RBLQ,
There is a correction of the project name. Instead of completion of multi-purpose building coverage for Barangay kung sa labas so it should be completion of multi-purpose coverage for Barangay building. As required.
completion niya ako nung purpose.
Yes,
Barangay
building would
tangan pa.
Sa graded.
Sanin mo sa gaayon ang
Okay, sige.
step. So for politin anymore.
covered for again.
Covered but wala na building.
Oh, tapos na ito may building.
Multi-purpose.
For a building ito na ako program.
So sa
Wala sa program pero sa ako yung
Ah, yeah.
may building.
parang
Awa na yun.
Saan ko yan siya?
Yan ang so ini kung ano
Anya publish may building.
Sa chip. Sa program chip, sa chip.
so mo din yung building sa ato kuan
murag
tanan listing kalitan in
Sipiat.
building na may building. Okay, more. May also encourage sa ato online viewers kung pwede mag so through chat daw lang ang nila attendance. Kasi pwede dahil kayo i-save man ako ang ato streamline. And may attendees man ka nato may online viewer. Pwede kung pwede encourage sila na mag attendance sign in. Dahil sa chat na kan kayo kasi ato puro kan ang niyo para sa lagi. Okay. So if there are no more comments, let's proceed to
Next.
the next. We will now proceed with the DepEd. We invite na lang taga DepEd. Muna kita sa tanan. Oh, may kaya. Ang daw ito ang problema. Saan pa uli nila? Oh, bago pa lang eh. Ako sa lawas.
balik ko ano.
Tawagin ang pilaki.
Pinilitin sa gunapang hapon. Okay. So, for the documents to be submitted by the leaders, can be presented.
Saan ito na nato? Kasi nga nato man.
Sikuan,
Doon ako principal ni siya.
Leadership.
Stanley, Paloka.
Okay, ito yung traffic. Ito yung show lang.
Pero,
Tiguan na. Principal ni.
oh, doon sa kanino, nangakama daw tayo live kayo mag-live. Sa kung live, kasi sa live. Dahil nagpagawa kasi ikaw din sa Ferdinando, sinjay parang sa dito.
Oo, pa-attendance eh, pakuha lang sila.
Iwan ko tayo sa YouTube. Basta manang na lang kasi ka-live siya. Ay, daan siguro. Kasi online siya. Viewer daw siya, viewer na.
Tapos ka, ha?
Online ko.
Nakita na DepEd na kung ang pwede encourage, kung siya ang DepEd, inakatdakan nga, may
Confirm na lang.
confirm na siya.
Ay, by the
So later, kay ato na kuan basahon ang technical documents to be submitted by the leader. Hinogbakan.
Para magkunisyon namin.
For the documents to be submitted by the bidders for the technical components of the bid, Egypt certificate of registration and membership, platinum or if not enrolled in CWA, following Class A and B documents not covered by Egypt certificate. Pickup license and registration, statement of all ongoing government and private projects, single largest completed contract, supported by the certificate of final acceptance, NFCC computation and statement of total assets and liabilities, GBA if applicable. If enrolled in CWA, Class A and B documents in CWA, if any, to be updated. For the third, bid security in the prescribed form, amount, and validity period in accordance of RA 12079. Project requirements, which shall include the following: organizational chart, list of contractors, key personnel, list of contractors, major construction and equipment units owned, list and or under purchase agreements, supported by proof of ownership, lease, purchase, and certification of availability of equipment from lease or vendor for project duration. Omnibus source statement in the form of prescribed by RA 12009. See attached form in the bidding documents. Latest general information sheet, GIS, reflecting the beneficial ownership information duly received by the Securities and Exchange Commissions or corporations.
Omnibus statement in the form prescribed by post house in the form prescribed by.
Sworn affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership following the template attached as Annex A for all bidders, including software corporation. For the financial components of the bid, first, duly signed financial bid form in accordance with the form prescribed in bidding documents of RA 12079. Second is duly signed bid prices in the bid of quantities. Third is the duly signed detailed estimates, including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used coming up with the bid. And fourth is the duly signed quarterly or monthly cash flow and payment schedule.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay. So those documents to be submitted by the contractors are all published in the website of the PhilJEBs and the Department of Public Works and Highways. Bidding documents to be submitted includes the instruction to bidders, general conditions of the contract, special conditions of the contract, specifications, drawing, bill, quantities, and forms. So PLQ and bulletin are all published in bulletin in the website. Reminder documents are so to be submitted are into envelope system. First envelope contains the technical component of the bid, and the second envelope contains the financial component of the bid. So criteria for the eligibility here is by pass-fail, and contractors are encouraged to update their data in the CWA. So bidding of this project will be on December 23, 2025 at 2 p.m. at the DPWH Office Procurement Unit bidding conference room, Tandag City, Surigao del Sur. So, to repeat, remind again also, all changes in the bill of quantities and bid documents will be bulletin in the website of the PhilHealth and DPWH on December 23 minus 7. 16, December 16, 2025. So contractors are encouraged to take note of the date of the
Martis.
big bulletin.
Tuesday.
So any more comments? So hearing none, we will proceed with our bid private conference this afternoon for the 2025 DepEd projects at 1 p.m. So, kung wala na, any more? Reminder, comments? So, if there is no more topics to be discussed, that ends our private conference for this morning. Thank you. So,
It's the.
ang iyo, may na po ang taga-planning ng inyo. Ngayon sa itong mga program ko na, kaya ang daan niya, mga pas.